Red Voyage News, splashing the check-in. Thank you for tuning in. And before I get into this article right here, I want to take the time out to promote my buymeacoffee.com page. If you like the content that I'm posting on this YouTube channel, if you want to be able to support and show your support to this channel, you want to watch it grow, then click on the link in the description box below to the buymeacoffee.com page, hover over the support tab, and you can support by, quote unquote, buying a coffee. The minimum amount you can contribute is $5. If you would like to contribute more, go ahead and do so. All your donations are much appreciated. If you would like to become a member and you're interested in knowing how foreigners who travel and live abroad in different countries are treated and what they go through, you can become a member. It's only $8 a month, okay? And it's kind of funny because all that ties into this article right here. Stephen A. Smith apologizes for xenophobic rant towards Shohei Ohtani. I believe he's Japanese. All right. He is a Japanese baseball player that plays for the Anaheim Angels, which I think they changed. They went from the Anaheim Angels to the Los Angeles Angels. All right. This is him right here, 27 years old. He's from Japan. And in my personal opinion, I don't think Stephen A. Smith should have apologized for what he said. It was an objective perspective, and he didn't say anything that was rude or disrespectful towards him. Now, Stephen A. Smith does have an East Coast New York style in which he delivers his message, which to a lot of people might come across as rude and disrespectful. But I don't think he was rude, disrespectful, or had hate in his heart for that man when he gave his objective perspective. Okay? And let me tell you this, because this is what my buymeacoffee.com page is all about. All right? I've been living in Asia for 7 years. I lived in Canada for 6 years. Okay? Let's talk about Asia because this baseball player, he is from Japan. All right. Foreigners who have lived and traveled abroad will tell you that the people out here in Asia are very xenophobic, and they get a pass for being xenophobic. For whatever reason, society, and this is no disrespect, it's just society, they kind of treat people of the Asian diaspora as overgrown adolescents, as if like they don't know any better. Like, oh, just, show empathy, give them a pass. Like they don't know any better, but you don't do the same thing to them. You see what I'm saying? Like out here, it's extremely difficult for a lot of foreigners to even find accommodation, to find housing, to even find a landlord to allow a foreigner to rent out one of their properties. They're like, no foreigners, Chinese only, Japanese only, Korean only. You have a lot of landlords like that. Now, is everybody like that? No. But you will find it, you will find it difficult to even find I can't even talk today. You will find it difficult to even find proper accommodation when out here in Asia, all because you're not of that country. You're not a citizen of that country. You don't speak their language. Now, if you told that to an Asian person in America, all hell would break loose. Out here, it's perfectly almost acceptable for an Asian business owner to tell a melanoid, Africoid looking human being, male or female, that, hey, we do not hire blacks at this company right here. We only hire whites. And don't tell me I'm lying because I have the screenshots to prove it. Okay. In China, they used to always communicate by way of WeChat. They don't communicate through email. They don't hire people through email. They hire people through WeChat. They prefer WeChat. I have dozens upon dozens of screenshots of Asian business owners in China telling me we do not hire blacks, only whites. Does anything happen to them? No. Is there an outrage? No. Do the citizens of that country try to correct what these business owners are doing? No. You'll even have staffing agencies that try to find jobs for foreigners, and they'll tell you like, it's just taking a little bit longer than normal because, you're not white, you're black. And most of my clients, I've been shopping around for you. They've all told me, no, we want a white teacher. We want a white teacher. We want a white teacher. We don't want somebody black. Then when you get hired on with the company that looks past that, or they're just desperate because they can't find a teacher, the parents are outraged. The parents are like, why can't you find a good white teacher? Why him? Why? You know what? I'm going to pull my child out of this school right here. No, I'll go somewhere else. But out here in Asian society, that's perfectly okay to be xenophobic and racist towards foreigners. Is there any protection for foreigners? No. But they sure are protected in America. Now, Stephen A. Smith's take on this baseball player, it wasn't even xenophobic. It was just a language barrier issue. Yes, it came across as blunt, but in the outrages, let me tell you something. If they're not mad at the fact of what Stephen A. Smith said, it was who the message came from. It was who said it. Because let me tell you, if Max Kellerman or Skip Bayless were to give the same take that Stephen A. Smith said, everybody would have acted like, oh, okay, that person never said that. They wouldn't have been upset. It's because, okay, this black person who experiences xenophobic and racist comments and actions all throughout his entire life. Oh, he should know better. How dare he? Yes, when we go low, he's supposed to go high. The nerve of this person who has experienced racism all throughout his life dare fix his mouth to even say something like that about one of our Asian baseball players. And it had nothing to do with him being xenophobic or racist. It was a language barrier issue. Okay, this is what he said. The fact that you got a foreign player that doesn't speak English, that needs an interpreter, believe it or not, I think contributes to harming the game to some degree. When that's your box office appeal, he said, it needs to be somebody like Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, those guys. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, that's not the case. When you talk about an audience gravitating to the tube or to the ballpark to actually watch you, I don't think it helps that the number one face is a dude that needs an interpreter so you can understand what the hell he is saying in this country. And that's what I'm trying to say. Do you know how many people will discriminate against you out here in different countries in Asia just because you don't speak the language? All day people code switch. There are people who do speak English out here, and when they want to talk about you, they'll just code switch. But, oh, no, I couldn't explain myself in English what I was about to say, so I had to say it in Chinese. I had to say it in Japanese. I had to say it in Thai. Man, especially if you're black and you're walking around with your significant other and your significant other is from that local country. You're a black man walking around with a cute young Asian woman walking around. People are throwing shit at her all day talking about you. And when you ask her, what did he say? What did she say? She'll say, hey, don't worry about it. Never mind. Let's just keep walking. Let's move over here. Let's move over there. But it's perfectly okay. But when you give people the same treatment that they give you, no. We can't have that. So he followed up with a response saying, people are misinterpreting what I'm saying. Baseball is a great game, a great sport. Some of the greatest players are the foreign players. I'm talking about the marketability and the promotion of the sport. It's exactly what Sports Illustrated essentially alluded to their article last month when they said that 28% of the players in Major League Baseball are foreign players. A lot of them need translators. So when the white-owned Sports Illustrated said, 28% of baseball players in the MLB need a translator, there was no outrage from the public. There was no outcry from from Asians in the public. It's just they're using this to further promote that fake propaganda of, oh, Asian hate. You know, Spanish, it can be Mandarin, Japanese, the list goes on and on. If you are a sport trying to ingratiate yourself with the American public, the way Major League Baseball is, because of the problems that you've been having to deal with in terms of improving the attractiveness of the sport, it helps if you spoke the English language in the United States. All I was saying is that when you're a superstar, if you can speak the English language, then guess what? That's going to make it that much easier and less challenging to promote the sport. Then he goes on to say that amazing that folks still don't know me after all these years. If I'm wrong about something, I will apologize, especially if I unintentionally offended any group of people, because it's the right thing to do, period. I'm black. I would know. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even read this article yet. And this is the same thing that people will say to a black person. You're black. You should know better. I should know better. No, you're non-black. You should know better than to treat me like this. You know, let me tell you, all day out here, people will shame you for not knowing the language. They ask you, how long have you been here? And, you know, if you say you've been here longer than a month, they'll pretty much get on your case for you not knowing the language. So the same thing goes for baseball players in America. Learn the English language, all right? He didn't say anything wrong, but I understand Stephen A. Smith, he doesn't own ESPN, whatever network he works for. Yeah, ESPN. He doesn't own ESPN. If they make him, they say, hey, you need to apologize for what you said. Either one, he can quit, or number two, he's just going to apologize and keep on working. But this has nothing to do about what he said. It just has everything to do about checking a black man, putting a black man in his place. Because let me tell you, black, white, Asian, Asian American, you want to talk about racial discrimination, xenophobia, dude, like that's running rampant in Asia against foreigners, even against Asian Americans, Asian Canadians, Asian Europeans. It's running rampant out here. Like this is why I promote my Buy Me a Coffee page. You guys need to become members to it. $8 a month. I got like 7 or 8 videos up there right now. Please, hold on. Let me promote this again. I'm telling you, on this Buy Me a Coffee page, $8 a month, I break all of this stuff down. Asian-owned companies versus Western-owned companies in Asia. Part 1, what's it like? China versus Taiwan. Part 1, 2, and 3. My opinion on the Black Experience Japan interview while I'm leaving Japan for America after 20 years. Best way to create multiple streams of income in the top 3 countries in Asia. Apartment hunting in Asia. Taiwan's death exceeds birth rate. I mean, I break a lot of this stuff down right here so you guys will know exactly what's going on over here. So you just don't accept. Everybody says, oh no, they're bullying Asians. Man, do you know what they do to foreigners out here? It's 100 times worse. Well, I was 10, 20 times worse. Sorry. But it's much worse what they do to you out here versus what Stephen A. Smith had to say. Like I said, if it came from Max Kellerman or Skip Bayless, this wouldn't have been an issue. Leave your comments in the section below. Let me know what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it a gray area how you feel about what I said? Let me know, okay? If you want to learn more about Asian culture and how foreigners are treated abroad and what's it like living abroad, man, buymeacoffee.com, link in the description box below. $8 a month to become a member. If you just want to give a donation, that's fine. But if you want to learn some more, man, click on the link in the description box below. I'm over and I'm out. Peace.